So I'm going to talk about in 5 short videos a recent trip we did to the Gold Coast at very short notice. How did this come about? Basically, both me and my partner thought, you know what, we really need to get away from things. I managed to get some leave away from work, and we both went into RAA Travel to see what was available. And to cut a long story short, 4 days later we were on a plane to the Gold Coast, which was awesome. I haven't flown since basically, I think it was 2020 or 2021. And obviously as a kid, and also back when I was in the military, I traveled quite extensively. So it's been a little bit out of character. But anyway, off we went and flew into Coolangatta. And then we picked up our hire car, which I'd also organised through RAA Travel. And yeah, it was a really lovely car. We got upgraded because they didn't have the cars that I'd booked available, which was basically the small of the small cars. So we got the next one up. Look at our hire car, what a beast. It was, I think I called it Cupra or something similar to that, but essentially something similar to an Audi as best I understand it. So a foreign car with things on the opposite side of the steering wheel and a lot of automation. And to be honest, it took me a little bit of a while to get my head around it, but nevertheless, with the aid of an instruction booklet, we managed to do that. We got a sunroof. Check that out. I'm not sure how we can actually open it though. This car doesn't even have a key. It's a bit different, but we'll work it out because we're definitely going to be driving around with that sunroof open at some stage, given we're in Queensland. Yeah. Now let's see if we can work out how to drive this thing. From there, we somehow safely got to our resort, which was, well, I say resort, it's down as a 4-star resort, but it was more of a series of apartments. I think it was almost a strata, and some people I think actually live there. Certainly they're privately owned. So there's no restaurants at this place we went to, but it looked like a resort. It was really nice. We had a couple of rooms. We had a kitchen that we could have used if we wanted to, cook our meals and whatnot there. But most of the time we went out for food. So that was really good. And on the first day we thought, well, you know what, let's go to one of the local attractions because we didn't have anything specifically booked for our arrival date. So we went into what I would probably call the main CBD area, and we ended up at a place called Infinity. And I'd heard about this place before. How can I explain it? It's essentially, if you think about a series of maybe a fun house, mirrors, lots of lights, strobes, haunted houses, dark rises they're often called now. Put it all together and a series of challenges to get through, and that's essentially what Infinity is. And it's really quite overpowering on the senses, and if you don't like small spaces or you don't like mazes or the dark or flickering lights, it's quite confusing, but it was quite good, fun and challenging to get through. But I really enjoyed it.
Imagine a place where the fun never ends, where your mind is stretched beyond belief, where you laugh uncontrollably and are surprised by the unexpected, where the unreal actually becomes real. Take the trip. Infinity Attraction, Surfers Paradise. The fun never ends.
And I've included a little bit of footage here from the attraction itself with their consent, so thank you very much. And yeah, I really recommend, if you're in the Central Business District, go to Infinity. You guys will love it, the kids will love it. It's a family attraction, and it's also close to some other things that you might also want to have a look at, like Ripley's Believe It or Not, which we did as well, and lots of good restaurants and things like that. So that's what we did on the first night. Then I don't actually recall where we ate, but there was a lot of restaurants. I think we went to a Thai restaurant on the first night, and there's plenty to pick from. And then it was, off back to our hotel. And from there, an early night, because the following day we were going to Warner Brothers Movie World, and I'll leave that for the next video.